Greetings out there in YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I recently posted a video regarding start watching my fingers nonsense, and I'm going to touch on that briefly, and then I'm going to respond to a question that I got that I believe best way to address it is to put it in video form instead of just send it to one person, because this is extremely important when you're beginning to learn how to play the guitar. But the video basically was talking about you know, I got people watching my fingers instead of the chords across the screen, because the purpose of my videos, unless I inform you guys otherwise, is to just provide chords for musicians, keyboard players and guitar players. Just give you the chords. You already know how to play, you just don't have the chords to the song, and that's what I provide. I'm not here to teach you finger placements where I'm teaching you or giving you the chords in these videos. And there's some people that can't distinguish one from another simply because they're beginners and they're self-teaching themselves and they don't know where to start and what to do, and it becomes a mess. It's real simple. Go pay somebody to teach you and you learn. That's it. Instead of I'm being cheap or lazy, I'm going to try to do this by myself, start grabbing a bunch of habits from 20 different people, you know, because 20 different people got 20 different perspectives on approaching how to play the guitar. So you become a convoluted mess, you know. So I stress to you young guys, because again, I know you don't know any better. You don't know what you don't know. You're on the internet, you see a guy that can play well and you're trying to emulate what he's doing and don't know why he's doing it and how he's doing it. But the question that I got from this gentleman, because I'm just going to give you the gist instead of reading it, because it is kind of confusing the way that, you know, it was written out, you know. So I'm going to take the confusion out. Basically what this gentleman is asking me, he said he plays with his thumbs and he gets mad when people, when he come and he play, they say you're not playing it the right way, you shouldn't play with your thumb, and that's how he plays. Now I'm going to tell you why I agree with them. And this is a perfect example of, do not try to teach yourself because you start picking up bad habits and you think these habits are the norm, and it hinders your playing. Because that debate been going on for a long time. And what people do is they throw this at you. Well, Al McKay played with his thumb. You ain't Al McKay. Jimi Hendrix played with his thumb. You ain't Jimi Hendrix. Those are just unique people. But for the most of us, we learn the traditional way. And I'm about to show you why playing with your thumb is not a good idea. It's really not a good idea. And it's real simple, because this applies to everybody, even Jimi Hendrix and even Al McKay, you know, because what I'm about to show you, you'll see why. The traditional way of playing the guitar is you're supposed to put your thumb at the back of your neck. And here's the reason why. When you put your thumb back there, you have full extension for your fingers, especially this one, because you're going to need the full extension of this finger to apply pressure to the strings. And if you got a real shitty guitar with shitty accent, you're going to need that whole extended finger to apply pressure to there to create a bar chord, and it comes out real clean. Now the guitar might be out of tune. Let's see it now. When you play with your thumb, this is what happened. Look at the fingers. Watch the fingers. I slap my thumb up here and my fingers go down here, and I got half extension on all my fingers now because I got my thumb up here. That's why your thumb's supposed to be back here, so you got full extension of all these fingers. Because again, and I try to bring it up a little closer, I got full extension. Now when I slap that thumb up there, you see how those fingers slide back, because I got to make room for that thumb to come up. So that means just naturally these fingers are going to recede. And now you got like half a extension on this finger to play a full bar chord to hit strings from A all the way to, from E all the way to E. That's why not a good idea to put the thumb in there. It's just not a good idea. And that's the reason why physically I just showed you why it's not a good idea. And again, I stress to you guys, go get lessons. Right out the gate, go get somebody to teach you proper technique. It's just like you go to school to learn how to read and write, math and all that other stuff, as opposed to you at home, you don't know how to do this, and people giving you bits and pieces on how to construct words and how to pronunciate them. You know, it's not going to be as good as the traditional way of learning. And, you know, guitar, in a sense, it applies to guitar as well. So, that's the answer to that question. He said that, people get mad because he's playing with his thumb. Not a good idea. And that's the reason why it's not a good idea. That's the main reason. There are other reasons, but that's the reason. Because I remember when I first started taking lessons, I was getting formal lessons and I was doing it the right way. And the guys in the neighborhood, I was showing them, they was like, I'll play with my thumb. And I'm like, well, my teacher told me to play like this. And it actually works if you keep playing like that. Because, anything that you first start to do is going to be very uncomfortable and foreign to you. But after you continue to do it, it becomes second nature. So I'm going to sign off on this video now. But again, not a good idea to do the thumb thing. It's been tried and tested for years and decades, and it's much better because, again, you get full extension of your fingers because it's your fingers that are going to be on the fretboard playing, not your thumb. Your thumb is just up here resting. Because there are some players that use their thumb to hit certain strings or hit the heavy E string for certain chords. That's every blue moon, but those guys do not play like that all the time and play like that through every song. They just might do it for one or two because a good example, September, I think it's September by Earth, Wind & Fire. Al McKay plays, of course, with his thumb sometimes. And that particular song, he's hitting a certain chord and then he's hitting that bottom E note. He is using his thumb, but he doesn't play like that every single song that he did or recorded with Earth, Wind & Fire. So again, I stress to you guys, go get lessons. Don't sit on the internet all day learning bits and pieces from people and don't know how to put those bits and pieces together to make a full puzzle instead of just a bunch of pieces of the puzzle all scattered all over the place, because that's what it comes out to be when you attempt to do it yourself. And I'm going to say this and then sign off because I'm really big on this topic. I'm really big on this topic. If you're going to do it right. And that pertains to anything in life. If you're going to be a plumber, go to plumbing school. If you're going to be an electrician, go to electrician school and they teach you. There's a lot that entails when you do those types of trades where you're not just going to pick it up by ear. And then if you don't do it right, you can get your ass electrocuted, because one of the worst feelings I've ever experienced, I was a kid and I was being stupid. I was around the outlet for some reason. And I think I stuck something in there, because it's been so long, I don't remember exactly. I just remember that feeling I felt and how that electricity resonated through my body up my arm. That was one of the worst feelings I've ever felt. I'm like, I better stay the blank away from here because I shouldn't be doing this in the first place. And the fact that I got electrocuted was an indication I shouldn't be over here. So I stress to you guys, go get lessons. Stop sitting on YouTube watching me and asking me, put the camera closer to so I can see my fingers. Because if you learn the right way, you don't have to look at fingers. Now, again, I'm just going to say this and I am going to sign off. Once you become familiar and have taken formal lessons, you can glance at a guy's hand to see what voicing he's playing, what chord. What chord he's playing. You're just trying to see what voicing he's playing. Is he playing the darker one or is he playing the bright one? Now, that's not a problem, because that makes sense. But when you don't know what he's doing and you want to look at the fingers and see what individual strings he's touching and what strings he's not, go get lessons. Go pay somebody to get lessons. And I stress the word pay. Being a grown-ass man, never ask another grown-ass man for something you're not willing to pay for. Being a young man or a young boy about to become a man, you don't want to do that. Because men got their pride. We want to be able to do what we do without the list of aids of others unless we absolutely can't do it. It's totally different. If I got some plumbing situations in my house, I'm going to call a plumber. I'm going to pay him, but I'm going to call him because I don't know shit about plumbing. I go in there and make it worse, So on that note, I'm going to sign off till next time. Take care. I hope the subscriber that's, send me this message, I hope this has helped you. I agree with them. The thumb thing is going to hinder the other fingers. And it's these fingers that are on the fretboard that's playing. The thumb is really never playing. It's just up there resting unless you're hitting individual single notes like, again, Al McKay or Jimi Hendrix. Till next time.